Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are doing well and that you had a fantastic festive season. Listen, 2025 is gonna be here in hours, a matter of hours. But I just wanted to kind of put this as the last video just before the end of the year in because, as you obviously seen from the thumbnail, we're gonna be talking about Mr. Alexander Arnold, and the topics obviously this one. If for many of those who still remember the Gerrard saga, the Gerrard to Chelsea saga, and I want to just kind of like touch up on that because I think that we as a fan base, rightly so, we should want to know what the intention is of a player, whether or not he's gonna stay with us or whether he's decided to go somewhere else, and I could make a case for both sides. I'm gonna land. I'm gonna tell you where I'm gonna land at the end of this video. But I think we have to look at it obviously from many angles. And I know as a fan first. Let me put on my fan hat quickly, because as a fan, I would want Trent Alexander-Arnold to stay. I would want him to sign the contract. I would want him to be part of this Liverpool legacy. The same as this man behind us did. That when we look back at the Liverpool legends over the years, Kenny Dalglish, Ian Rush, I'm only talking about my legends, Fernando Torres, Robbie Fowler, Luis Suarez. But you know what? It's only out of those things, it's only Gerrard really that sticks in my mind as the one who really decided that, he was going to stay. He was born in Liverpool and he was going to end his career at Liverpool. And you know what? Whatever happens, whatever people say about Gerrard at the end of his career, or at the end of his coaching career, he was Mr. Liverpool. He was the quintessential Premier League player for us. And what he's done and what he's sacrificed, most importantly, I will never forget. So it is worth that sacrifice because obviously everybody is going to, if Trent decides to go to Trent. So let's look at it. I want Trent Alexander to stay, and I think if he does, this Liverpool team with Arne Slot, and if we continue to make improvements, we continue to sign the right players, this is going to be a dynasty. Yeah, the same way that Bob Paisley took over from Shankly and then just went on and ran with things. Yeah. So on the flip side of that, I can honestly say that is what I want, right? That as a fan, I'm sure you do too. So when I look at it from the other side, and certainly from Mr. Stevie G's side, after years of looking at it, as much as I love and respect Gerrard, I couldn't help feeling that, wow, what if he went? What if he decided to go to Chelsea? He would have won more Premier Leagues. But then, would we remember him? I love Fernando Torres, but the minute he signed for Chelsea, I was one of those first people who tore up my shirt. I didn't burn it because, fuck, I was poor. But I didn't wear it for a couple of years. So I can understand how the fans are really upset. And also, the other thing we got to look at as well is I saw his goal against last night against West Ham. And, he was doing this. Now for many people, the internet went into overdrive to kind of try to decipher what the hell that means. Was it something to the fans? Was it something to somebody in the crowd? Who knows? We don't know. But one thing I do know is that Trent has always said that he will never let the saga really play out in public. He was very, very clear about that. He said he would never do that. So, so when the article in Marca, the Spanish newspaper, arrived, I don't understand, right? Marca is a fucking shit rag, right? Marca was the same people who said that on the day of the Ballon d'Or that Vinicius Jr. was gonna go win it. So you know what? Make of it what you kind of want. And I'm sure that a powerful club like Real Madrid would have influence at a club like that to really put pressure on any player that they think, because you know what, they're Real Madrid, they bat your eyes and then people come. People come and they come on a free. Look at Kylian Mbappe and obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold. You know, that's as a club that's fucking skint. They don't have any fucking money left, right? After their stadium build-out, they are done. They finished. But you know what? I can understand any player that wants to go and play for them. But my own personal feelings, I don't begrudge Trent.
You serious?
I can't believe I said that. But I don't. I think that if I had to take Trent out of the team, it doesn't weaken us significantly compared to the other two that I'm gonna get to at another time. You know, I'm talking about Virgin and Salah. I honestly just think that, you know, for me, if I look at it, I can understand people are upset and people are like, you know, if you're going to leave Liverpool, you're going to be shit. You know, the whole thing that Klopp told Philip Coutinho, if you stay, we'll build a statue. And if you go, you'll just be in prison. And 9 times out of 10, everybody that goes to Real Madrid ends up as just another name. Alright, doesn't matter who you are. Unless you fucking Raul or CR9 or Zidane or, you know, Modric. These people are not going to remember you. And I don't think Trent is a good enough defender just yet to be remembered. But anyway, who knows? So I think it's important that we keep these things kind of in mind. You know, I honestly feel that Trent is at that stage of his career where, you know, he's obviously that good, and you know, you want to play against the best team, you want to play for the best club, and let's be real, you know, fucking Real Madrid is the best club in world football, and there's a large drawing to that, so I can't really begrudge any player like that. So I would be 100% okay with Trent going. My only issue, and this is across the board, my issue is not with him as a player. My issue is, how is it that we're in the final year of his contract and now we're talking about contract extensions? This contract situation should have been sewn up fucking years ago, at least 2 years ago. Look, I understand last year, you know, Jurgen Klopp announcing his retirement from football would have probably made a lot of players rethink whether they wanted to stay. Fair enough to them. And I'm sure the club was as unprepared as I was for Jurgen Klopp's departure. So it's a mad scramble. So probably all the players said to them, listen, we're not going to talk about contracts until we see who you bring in, who you sign. Now, we brought in an unknown coach. Fucking thank God he's working out for us. But we haven't really signed anybody. Yes, we've signed Mamadilla and we've signed Chiesa, but you know, Chiesa has really not even had a stage. I haven't seen anything of him to give an assessment of whether or not he was a good signing or not. I still think it's a good punt, and I'm happy the club is taking the punt on him. But you know, so far it's come up goose eggs. You know, and then obviously Mamadilla. I don't know how I say his name correct, but he looks a fucking unit, and I'm pretty excited to see him competing for the number 1 jersey for Liverpool. But that's for another time. So, you know, I honestly, when I look at this, it's one part the club, one part the player, and the other part the Real Madrid factor. And so I really can't blame him. And it's the same with when Stevie G came. I remember that day when the rumors started flying up and people started saying of the news that Jose Mourinho wanted to sign Gerrard. And I was like, that's fucking sad. And as I was watching that transfer window, I could see the talk getting louder and louder and louder. And I genuinely thought that Gerrard was going to leave. I was going to be heartbroken. But then the man did his U-turn, and he went on to achieve good things at Liverpool. For his career, probably he would have wanted a Premier League. But the thing is, like with Trent, is, you know, he's got a Premier League with Liverpool, and he'll probably win another one this season. So I honestly think that there's a good case to be made for Trent to stay. But you know what? At the end of the day, if I look at it now from the club's perspective, hey, listen. If you're a football club, you're going to think about what player has the biggest sell-on value. And probably when I look at Trent, he's probably the one that has the most resale value. He's 26 years old. We give him, if Liverpool give him a 3-year contract, possibly with a nice release clause in there, then Liverpool can get money, and I understand it from that perspective. Look, we as a club, we've always been a club that's big on sustainability. We've never gone and spent money that we didn't have. You know, you can only look at Van Dijk and Alisson. We use the Coutinho money for that. So I'm kind of like in a little bit understanding of where the club's financial head is going in business sense, that they would probably want to keep Trent, but they would want to keep him on a contract, a short contract. However, you know, if it doesn't make financial sense for the club, you know, if let's say Trent demands like 300,000 a week, I just don't see the club going for that, and I don't think that he is worth £350,000 a week. I mean, Mo Salah is currently on £350,000 a week, and you know what? We're not Liverpool, we're not Manchester United that can just pay people like Rashford 400 grand a week to do fuck all on the pitch. You know, this club isn't run like that. So we as fans, we have a responsibility as well. If we say we want Trent, okay, give him the contract, whatever he wants. Give Mo Salah the contract, whatever he wants. Okay, Virgil, we can't do that. It's just fucking not sustainable, right? We can't be giving massive contracts out. We can. Look, anything is possible. But understand that if you give those all three players exactly what they want, it means that we won't be signing anybody for the next 2 to 3 windows. And I don't think you want that. Yeah? So it's not like Liverpool is Mr. Moneybags or John F. Henry is Mr. Moneybags or anything like that. Yeah, they're billionaires and all that kind of shit, but the club is still run on things. So, you know what? I think that out of everything, I do feel like if the club is going to decide to go for Trent, they are going to not want to keep him on for a long time. They'll probably want to have a release clause in there, and Real Madrid can get him after they pay us some fucking money for him. As for the other two, I really would like it if Mo Salah stays, only because I want him to just fucking smash these Premier League records and shut up all these other people who called him a one-season wonder. Just shut them up once and for all, because I'm tired of hearing this. Yeah, keep on underestimating Mo Salah. So that's the reason, and I want to build with Virgil as our core spine. So. It's a tough decision. I can't even make up my mind. If I have to choose between the keep, bench, and sell, yeah, that's a difficult question and maybe one to answer for another time. But I certainly do understand. And like I said, you know what? Let's give these players a little bit of a break. You know, let's not talk about contracts. I know this is the time when people are going to do it for the next month. That's all the press are going to talk about. But we've got a Premier League, Champions League, Carabao Cup that we've got to focus on. So let's just be like Mo Salah. Yeah, when they ask you about these things, just say, we'll talk about it at the end of the season. And I'm okay with that. I don't need to know whether Trent is going to stay or not. I just need to know if Trent's going to stay fucking fit and how many fucking assists he's going to give us, and if he's going to be lifting up armpits at the end of the season, whether that's a Champions League trophy or it's a Premier League trophy. I hope that it's one of those two. Anyways, Reds, thanks for watching. I hope you guys are all well. Yeah, if you like the content, like it. Yeah, if you're new, welcome. Subscribe, do all that funny, lovely stuff for the algorithm. And I'll catch you guys in 2025. Let's go.